Happy Wednesday. Oh, y'all, it's another episode 2 of season 7. Y'all ready for some cocktails and conversation?
Yes.
Right, let's get it cracking. Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? With your host, the unapologetic diva, Dr. G, the girlfriend therapist, Dr. Cortina Lewis, and the networking extraordinaire, Diana Richardson Philippus. Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? This is Herspiration Happy Hour. So every time I hear that, it just makes me want to just dance.
I know, right?
Well, I'm gonna shout out DJ Butcher, who produced that track for me and laid the vocals for me. Well, I laid the vocals, but he laid them on the track. I don't care, whatever you want to call it. So I'm thankful. You know, we have such a good person that's on our team to help us out, even with last minute changes. Because I was like, hey, I need you to go in. And the good thing is that he didn't even have to. I didn't have to redo anything. He just snapped a piece out. Yeah, I was like, okay. He took the raw vocals that I sent him that didn't have no music to it and just cropped it for me.
I love it.
I know, right? Shout out to DJ Butcher for doing his thing. It's Wednesday, ladies.
It is.
Should we still be going around doing rounds, you know, of who we are?
I think they know who we are. It's been years. I think they probably have it.
They got it.
Yeah, they got it. I think.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm just saying. Do we have a cocktail for this week?
I can, I can always have a cocktail.
What you done mixed up, girl?
Did you mix up?
So this is probably not the cocktail that I will be promoting tonight, but this is just what is it? Oh my God! It's just peach. Not Hennessy, but Crown Royal, peach Crown Royal.
Oh,
yes. On the rocks, and that's just it. But something I did come up with that I want to share for our drink cocktail for this evening is the pineapple lavender bliss. As you can see, lavender, purple, it's all me. That's what I like. And so you're gonna do 1.5 ounces of pineapple vodka, 3 squirts of raspberry syrup, 1 ounce of lavender syrup, 2 splashes of grenadine, 2 splashes of blue carousel, and 1 whole lemon squeezed. And you're going to crush canned pineapples at the bottom of your glass. And then you're going to shake well all of the ingredients that I gave to you previously, and you're going to pour over ice.
That sounds delicious.
It is so good.
Is it sweet?
Yeah. I like sweet.
It sounds really good. I love pineapple.
And
especially if you crush pineapple for me. It's the crush.
I'm feeling like if you put a little more alcohol and a little less of the other stuff, you'll still get the same thing without it being as sweet.
You probably would, but I did it for the color effect. Because the lavender syrup is not actually, it's like a faint lavender, like clear see-through. And so I needed my curacao and my grenadine so I can get that purple haze.
Oh, love it.
Yeah. Well, so that's why it's just like a splat. It's like a splash because it's lavender bliss. It doesn't have to be that deep, dark purple. It just gives it that purple hue to it.
Oh. Come on with the hue.
I know, right? So what's been up with you ladies for the week? I mean, thus far, since last week anyway. How was your weekend? Trying to figure out what the hell I did.
I know. And look, as I thought up in my, what did I do this weekend?
I know what I did. I attended the Teach Money Student Expo, where students were able to learn about finances and investing and taxes and managing money and living, and spending the money wisely, renting versus owning, purchasing a car, all of those different things. And I was a vendor in the town called Eightville. And so basically what they did, all the high school students that were a part of it, I think it was like 500 of them or something like that. They came to this location and all of them were 26-year-olds living in Central Florida. And so they actually had real prices of properties, cars, job descriptions. They had 4 different tracks that students could select from. And out of the 500 students, my daughter Morgan, she went down the entrepreneur track and she actually won a week internship paid with the United States business. Let me get it right because I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie. So let me get it right. Okay, the United States.
The SBA?
No, the United States Department of Commerce.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes. So she came up with a business plan, and basically what it was called. I can't think of the name of it, but the concept was she created it for people who can't get out and travel the world. It's where all of the world different dishes come to you. And so you can come, and it's called Map Fusion. So it's like a map, and you can go to different parts of the world and eat that type of food. And so she came up with like the pricing and everything. So it was her and her friend. It was like really, really good. And they won first place. And so that's how they won the internship.
Amazing.
Nice. I love that. So let me tell you something. No matter what I did this weekend, that shit won't measure up. So
that part, right?
I'm just gonna keep whatever the hell I did right here in the confines of my home. I mean, you out here at world-changing things.
That's right. That's right.
I don't even think I don't really know what I did. I've been redoing and redoing my home, so that's taken a lot. So, every different room I'm unpacking still. I still haven't done stuff from the wedding. I'm still unpacking and washing and all of that stuff. I know, because I had the tablecloths I finally did was able to find a box big enough that will hold 13, even though there was 13 of them, they were huge. Yeah. And then I have over 100, what do you call it? Chair ties.
Yeah.
And so they just in a bag. Some of them still not washed. I had 100 napkins. And so it was just, stuff is just still not done. Yeah. So I can't compare. No, I'm just saying I can't compare with being at a, what was it called? Like a conference of some sort?
Teach Student Money Expo.
Yeah. And expo. Didn't go to any expos.
No, I didn't do an expo. I was not in an expo this weekend. I am having a hard time remembering what I did this weekend, which probably means that I didn't do very much this weekend. And it's sad that I don't think I did anything. I think this weekend I tried to catch up on a little bit of rest. I don't feeling well on Friday. I think it was Friday that I wasn't feeling too hot, but yeah.
So I think this is good. I don't know about for Cortina, but I think us not doing really anything, I think it opens up great conversation for our topic, just what is, the whole mental mixology of just being not necessarily bored, but, note the play on words with the boardroom. I always say bored is just a state of mind, but really with the spring coming, and it was nice out. I did sit outside. I did do that. It was so nice outside, and I have lights we have lights on our back deck. And so we were sitting outside. I had the heater on one day, got a little bit chilly. But just finding things to do for the spring. It's like, we're not really in summer yet, but, and sometimes we're getting like spring, fall, winter, summer all in one day.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's the best way that we can break out of the boredom when we start stepping out of the boardroom.
That's interesting, because I can't really say I'm bored when I step out of the boardroom. I'm more so a little tired. So I welcome a little bit of downtime to just decompress and to just be sometimes, spend time with family. You speak about spring, like I ran through our home doing some spring cleaning, taking down drapes, taking them, to the dry cleaners. Well, some to the dry cleaners, some I'm washing, and just, doing some things to get the home spring and summer ready. I haven't gotten into my yard as of yet, but thank the sweet baby Jesus for perennials that come back year over year. I don't have to do too much, but I do need to get out there and do a little bit of maintenance, which I really do love doing. But yeah.
Okay. So go ahead, Cortina.
Some of the things that I do is I like to be in silence a lot, because a lot of the work I do is engaging and listening and processing, and that can be very heavy sometimes. So sometimes I just like to be in silence. I don't feel like talking to anybody. I don't feel like doing anything. And that's what kind of helps me. Even if I go to the office and I'm driving home, I don't even have to turn on music on my radio. I just like to let whatever I'm carrying soak away, so that when I come into my house, I'm not, like heavy or bothered or anything like that. So that's kind of like the way that I decompress, transitioning from, I'm gonna say air quote, the boardroom, transitioning, and getting back into me, who I am as a mom, as a woman, because, when I'm in my role as a therapist, I don't wear those hats. And so I'm wearing therapist hat. And so being able to transition that way helps me stay balanced, because I can't bring the way that I am at work to my family. They're not trying to hear all that.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Speaking of, is there really a bad thing to be bored? It's really a bad thing. And I don't even know if I ever really get bored, because I'm always doing something. Literally, I'm always doing something. So that's why I said I feel like being bored is a frame of mind more so than, something that's actionable. Because I always have something to do. And even when I don't want to do anything, my mind does not shut down. I think my mind in and of itself has like ADHD, because it's just it's always going. I'm certain I probably have adult ADD or adult ADHD. I'm almost certain, because I just don't stop.
I wish I could be bored, because that would mean I have nothing to do.
Exactly.
There's always something to do. And so I think that I don't have boredom in my life, but I have periods of time where I have to be intentional about doing nothing, because I won't stop. And so I have to be like, no, we're not reading a book. We're not grading papers. We're not working on business plans. We're not doing, just quiet your mind, quiet it. Be in control of not feeling like, okay, I got to get this done. I got to get this done. I got to get this done. Just enjoy the silence. Enjoy not having to meet a deadline, because how often in our lives do we get the luxury of not having to complete something, get something done, whether you're an entrepreneur or if you are someone who works for another company. Okay, I got to get this done. I got this deadline. I got this meeting. I got this. There's always going to be, I got something.
Yeah.
And so being able, when you get in age, now I'm pretty sure teenagers can be bored. Children can be bored. People who don't have a lot of stuff going on in their life can be bored. But when you feel yourself getting bored, how can we turn that boredom into an interest or into a hobby where you are now exploring different things to fill those periods of boredom when they come up? But if you are somebody and your life is busy and you don't know the last time you were bored, okay, we need to find balance where we need to scale it back and say, okay, how can I just quiet my mind and be able to be at ease?
I want to know how to do that. Literally, when I say my mind does not go quiet, I can, my every morning, the first thing I do is I get up and I'm praying, and I have to keep going back to bring myself back to pray, because then my mind go, this is my mind. And I'm like, okay, let me go back to praying. And then it's like, so that's me. So meditation, it just does not cut it for me, because my mind just never shuts down. It literally flows from one thought to one thought to one thought to one thought. And then I have to pull myself back in. I'm reeling myself back in so I can go back and focus on the things that I need to be focusing on mentally, and then I'm off and doing the next thing. The same way, like
I say the
me
same
doing this, yeah, with me doing everything in this house, I've gone from room to room to room to room to room, and then I have to bring myself back down to like, let me finish this first, and then go elsewhere. But it's never a dull moment. Jay would tell you, he's like, can't you just sit your ass down somewhere? I mean, but I always feel like there's always stuff to do. It's just not enough time in the day to do it all.
I feel that way as well. And Cortina, to your point, you have to be intentional about doing nothing when your life is very, I don't want to call it chaotic. Sometimes it can feel chaotic with 20 million things going on at one time. But I have to just tell myself sometimes, because I'll feel tired. I'll feel, sometimes I get a little irritable, and I can just tell that I'm uneasy. And I have to say, Diana, look, you're going to get up, you're going to leave out of your office, you're going to move to another room. Just sit down. And what works for me is turning on a movie, something funny that makes me laugh. I like that. Like, I like funny movies and I love dramas. So I'll go and sit in my favorite little comfy chair with my favorite little comfy blanket, and I'll just sit there and I'll just watch TV. And when my mind try to be like, yeah, but you got this to do, I'll be like, tomorrow. Because at the end of the day, it can wait. It's us that feels like it can't, but it can, and making, your mental health and your physical health a priority is very important. It truly is, because when I'm tapped out, exhausted, and burnt out, I'm no good to anyone, not to myself, not to those that I serve, not to my family, not to anyone. So it's about being intentional about creating those moments, those spaces for yourself to relax.
See, my relaxation is doing stuff.
Girl, you don't relax, okay?
That's because you haven't trained your body to do that. You got to think about it. When you spent years just going, that has now become a part of your personality. And you can't remember a time when you allowed yourself to not do anything. So in your mind, you're thinking, this brings me joy, this fulfills me, but does it really? Or is it just a part of who you are, your personality now? And so what you have to do is kind of work backwards. And some of the things that help you do that is thought stopping. So when an intrusive thought tries to enter your mind, it's almost like mind control power, right? How can I control my thoughts and not let my thoughts control me? Because when we are always on a go, your thoughts are controlling you. You are not in control of your thoughts. Now, we can't stop the thoughts that come up, but what we can do is control how we feed into this thought. If my thought is telling me, come on, let's go start this business. Let's go do this. We got to get this done. This. All right. Those are the thoughts that are coming up in my mind. But I have the power to either engage in what my mind is telling me to do, or to say, you know what, that can wait. I can table that. And then every time something starts to enter its head and come in, basically what I have to do is say, okay, why do I feel the need to do this now? I have to challenge the thoughts that are coming in my mind. And the more you do it, the better you will be at being able to control the impulses that we have to engage in what our mind is telling us what we need to do. Emergency, do this now, do this now. No, do this. And it's almost like squirrel. I was doing this, now I'm on this. Now I got 20 tabs open on my computer and I'm trying to finish everything. And it's like, At the end of the day, things can wait and they will get done. I don't have to do everything right now today. Let me prioritize. Let me see what's the most important. Let me see what can wait. And if it can wait till next week, let it wait till next week. If my mind tries to tell me, well, we got some downtime, let's do it right now. No, we're going to let it stay for next week. Because if I do this, I'm never going to find downtime, because I'm always going to be filling my downtime with this whole laundry list of stuff that I could be getting done. That is not necessarily of urgency that I get it done today, right now.
Well, see, I'm already there. So my mind is always everywhere. My body just don't react to half of the things that's on my mind. I know it's weird, but let me tell you why. I have a forcible stop time during my day automatically. And even though I'm not sitting still all the time, it's because I'm doing stuff to just keep myself busy. Because I mean, I think one of the ways that I just like, I can't just sit and watch a movie. I got to be eating. It's like I eat through a whole. If I watch a 3-hour movie, guarantee I'm eating all 3 hours. I haven't popped
Right.
candy.
I was getting ready to ask the same question.
Yeah.
So, and the other part is, you know, for me, where I find joy, if you want to find the time where my mind doesn't think about nothing else except for what I'm focusing on, that's why I love cooking. Cooking is therapeutic for me. It really is. And it's something that I literally enjoy. I don't have to do it. And when I don't feel like it, I don't. But I don't know, somehow my mind doesn't go anywhere else, anywhere when I am cooking. It is something about it that I can allow my mind to shut down, and it just feels so easy. It doesn't even feel like I'm doing anything. When I'm ready to go to bed, I go to bed, even though there's a million things on my mind before I go to bed, things that I know I need to get done. Half of them don't even get done. Half of them I don't even remember, but my mind just never shuts off. I'm thinking, if I can't sleep, I'm on the phone, like doing research, looking at flights and looking at all kinds of stuff.
Problem.
That's what I was thinking, Cortina.
That's a problem.
Like,
I know it's a problem.
Need that. You need to really figure out why you can't sit with yourself and just be.
Oh, here we go.
No, because this is what happens, right? When we have to fill our space with insignificant people, places, and things, and when I say insignificant, it means like not a priority right now today. That's a behavior that is showing us that we don't allow ourselves to just be still and be in silence, right? So sometimes, and it's not for everybody, but for a lot of people, when they do that, it's like it's a distraction. It distracts me from looking at who I really am as an individual, because maybe I haven't done it. Maybe I might be uncomfortable. I'm not saying that this is you, but for a lot of people, when they are connecting themselves to people, you're like, what are you doing? Sometimes it distracts me from being in this uncomfortable silence with myself. And it's almost like, why do I feel like I have to be busy? Why do I feel like I have to be strategizing or connecting something or creating something or developing something or planning something in my mind? Because, and sometimes we use it as a mask to say, I really, really love doing this. Okay, that's great. I'm glad that you love doing that. But at the same time, balance is important for everything. You can't just go balls to the wall and now we dead. And the only thing we did all our life is just plan, build, create, do. And we didn't necessarily get the opportunity to stop and just be in the moment without having to figure out what's next. What's my next plan? Where do I have to go? And so we have to be able to have this cadence and this rhythm and this dance where when I'm going, when I'm doing, when I'm planning, when I'm developing, when I'm being, when I'm doing those things, that's where my mind is. But also, I have the power to be able to say, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to think about absolutely nothing. And that takes practice. It doesn't just come out of nowhere, right? You said something earlier about meditation. Sometimes people have to start with 1 minute. If I cannot let an intrusive thought enter my mind for a minute, that's where I might have to begin as it relates to meditation. And some people may be like, a minute is a long time when you're not used to doing it, right? And so, and then you build on it. I master being able to have a blank mind, or I allow myself to go to my calm, safe place that I've created in my mind, away from all of the worldly distractions. I do that and I'm like, you know what? I got that minute. I got it. 3 minutes? Oh Lord. Okay. I made a minute and a half. Okay. And we keep going to what our threshold is, because you are strengthening that mind control where you are able to get to a place where I could not sit in silence without an intrusive thought coming into my mind for 2 minutes. Now I can do it for 7 minutes. But the only way to get there is through practice. It's not going to happen the first 10 times you try it, especially if you've never done it. You have to keep doing it. It has to become a practice so that your body gets used to it. So that the neuroplasticity in your mind is like, oh, we are creating new neural pathways. Yes, we can do this. We got it. Because we're not used to doing it. It's like foreign.
I mean, the good thing is that I recognize when I fall off and I can reel myself back in. But I think for me, I can be completely to myself, not doing nothing, like literally. And I have my days where I just don't want to do nothing but sit on the couch with no television or no nothing and just be. Hard to be now with the dog in the house, but because he's always in my face.
Well, so your mind can be not racing.
So
my
then you
mind,
can be quiet and
but
just
my
sit.
mind is not quiet, but I'm still choosing not to listen.
So you can thought stop then. So you can be at ease and at peace and in silence without thinking.
No, I said I'm not thinking about nothing. My mind is still going, but I just don't entertain it.
See, but okay. So I can put it out, but this is the thing that I want for you to try to get to a place where where I'm not ignoring it. I'm a step past
the
that.
moment.
Not that it's just not coming up and I'm just like, it's just head noise over here that I'm not paying attention to, but getting to the place where it's quiet and I don't even hear it, acknowledge it, experience that my mind is still going.
God, I might need drugs for that because that shit ain't never happened in my 40-something years of living.
But you know something, I would like to say that I think that would be, I'm not saying that you need drugs. Well, you may, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. And that
are we talking about illicit drugs?
No.
Like she's talking about actual prescription, I imagine.
Yeah.
But what I would say that it's very important, even in building, right, in our professional and on our entrepreneurial journeys, it's important to have those moments of downtime to rejuvenate yourself. Because if you're constantly going, thinking, your brain, nothing is not going to be right. Nothing can be, you can't give the type of energy and creativity that you truly need if you're always operating at this high level and you're not giving yourself that moment. Because, well, at least for me, I can't speak for everyone, but that's when I have my most creative moments. Once I decompress, I relax, shut it down. When I come back, it's like light bulb moments. Like I'm better as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. I'm able to do more in that way.
I think it's how we each define what's, I guess, calming yourself down. Like I said, I think for me, I can remain, I'm extremely creative. I mean, it's probably why I'm self-taught when it comes to knitting, sewing, painting, sanding, like you name it. It's not much that I have not either tried or done because I've just felt like, you know what, I'm just going to try this. I'm just going to do this. And I've been that way my whole life. So I don't think that, maybe I know it's a problem. I'm sure it's a problem, but it's not been a problem for me because I have grown to either silenced it where I'm not reacting, that I can reel myself back in to like, okay, let me focus. But it doesn't stop the thoughts. Like my mind just never shuts down. And when sometimes I'll ask Jay, like, what are you thinking about? Nothing. I'm like, you could just literally sit there with just nothing on your mind. And he was like, yeah, like nothing. Like I don't know what that's like because my mind is always processing. And even I'm gonna tell you, so bad so that years and years and years ago when I was teaching, I caught myself writing in the air where I was in my mind, I was teaching a course. And I woke up like, oh, okay, I'm not in a classroom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My thoughts are so realistic that sometimes I am acting things out that I'm doing. It's wild.
Well,
I know it's a whole, yeah. So, but for me, I still am very intentional about taking time for me. That's probably why my showers are hella long because I love a good shower, and that's where nothing is on my mind. That's another.
Well, you can do it. Nothing is on your mind.
It's on my mind. And I can't really say nothing's on my mind because the only thing I'm doing, and because I can wet my hair every day, is just like soaking underwater. I can actually meditate undisturbed because I think of it as a cleansing. And that's probably between cleansing and eating. Those are probably the only two times that I feel the most at peace mentally, where there's no other distraction able to come in. But laying in bed and all of those any other thing, mine does not shut down. And even if I'm solo and I'm just enjoying, like I'll take myself to the movies, the fancy ones where you can recline and have the blanket and a pillow and all that stuff. And again, the only thing, my problem with movies is to keep me still. I'm eating the whole time. Nachos, candy.
To keep you still?
Just keep me engaged. I'm like
yes,
that if I'm reading a
ma'am.
book. I'm
Yes.
like, but you know what? I'm like that if I'm
ADHD.
reading a book. I'm like that if I'm reading a book. I'm like that if I'm usually watching television. I don't know. It's like
ADHD.
I do. I'm telling you, it's
Well, let me ask you this. So, how about during moments of intimacy? Are you able to be fully present there without your mind going, oh, we got to think about, oh,
well. Let me say this because we've had this conversation before. We've had this conversation before. My mind doesn't go anywhere like floating all over, but my mind is focused on not
Control.
going. Yeah. My mind is not focused on let me let myself. Well, it also depends. So it would depend on what's going on because I have to be mentally. I already told you I'm not passing out over certain things. So if that is like.
But that's a fear that you created in your mind based on past experiences.
I never had a past
you ain't never
experience.
passed out, have you?
I've never allowed myself to go that far. I told you all.
I thought you did once, and ever since then.
No, I said I tried it, and I never said it worked out all the way. I let it go a little further, but not all the way.
What's the fear? You're gonna pass out. Okay, but do we have any evidence?
And see what happens.
Yeah.
Hey, what now?
What's the worst that can happen if you pass out? You ain't gonna die.
I don't want to pass out.
Why? You don't even know if it's gonna happen.
Pass out.
Anyways, okay. So, but no.
Let me pass out. Somebody please knock me the hell out.
In a sense,
knock me out.
So in a sense, no. My mind doesn't wander 50,000 places, but it is very rigid to ensure that I'm not going to like climax to where I pass out. I know y'all. I need some.
I don't know.
Pleasure is the measure.
It's
not about orgasm or climaxing. It's just about experiencing pleasure to the fullest potential that we allow ourselves to experience it.
And I'm okay right where I'm at because I'm not ready to relinquish that level of fear just yet.
Well, how long are you gonna wait? I mean, how long?
Why you gotta say it like that? Why you gotta look at me?
I mean, years are just going by, right? So how long are you?
It's not that it's not pleasurable. See, that's the thing. It's not that it's not pleasurable or anything else that I'm not fulfilled. I'm just
It's not about you though, right? If I had my husband and he told me he did not allow himself to fully be immersed and not have to be in control of him harnessing whatever emotion comes over him, that's kind of robbing me of the full experience of me being able to fully be able to experience him, right? So it's not, you might be fulfilled and Jay might not give a damn, right? But what on some facets like he does, and do you want to be the type of person to not be able to give all of that to your husband?
Does he know?
Well, I don't know.
He might not.
So he doesn't know that you are in essence
holding back
because you don't want to fall out.
Well, I'm sure. I didn't say fall out. I said pass out. I said there's a difference.
Girl, fall out, pass out.
So
go to sleep.
He might
it's
not.
All the same.
He might not know why, but there are stopping points where I push him off.
See, that's not immersive in the whole experience.
But that's not on. But that's not during intercourse. So it's
shit. It don't matter what it's during. It's during an intimate. It doesn't have to be penis in vagina, penis in mouth, or penis in anus. It can be when we're just physically close to one another, right? And we're getting hot and heavy, and we're going there. It could be clothes on, and then you like push me off, like, whoa, okay. What is this about?
But wait a minute. So it's only a certain act.
Like push them back to go into another thing.
So there's a certain act that creates that feeling like you're going to pass out.
Yes.
It's in your mind.
I would like to go deeper. So
I mean, I'm sure Jay would like to too.
Oh Lord have mercy. But wait. Child, she got me clutching my what? Jesus. So is this and I'm trying to be politically correct because I don't like to talk nasty like that. But
oh my gosh.
so is this orally where you're having these feelings?
Oh yeah, always. So I've never liked oral for that. I just never.
You don't like it?
See,
Well,
that's different.
I don't like it. It's not. That's why I don't. It's not a preference of mine because I can control all the other factors around that and how my body reacts to things. No, it unwires something here that makes me start to get faint and lightheaded. And I don't like the way that feels, and it feels out of control. And so I worry, like, oh no,
Could be euphoria that you've never allowed yourself to explore and experience, where it's like that right there in between, like, oh my God, what is this? I never experienced this. Nope, I gotta stop it because I don't know what to do.
Let me tell you, I even stop myself. I don't ever even.
Are you talking about during moments of self?
Yes, I've had, when it comes to pleasure, and I know exactly I can get it quick. But I'm just saying, I even, yeah.
I don't mean to laugh, but in my mind, I'm like, Pam,
girl, you better cross the bridge. It's just wonderful over here.
I'm gonna buy you a rose.
I don't need a rose. I don't even like toys.
Oh, you'll like that one.
No,
get a personal massager.
It's not that I've never had them. I've burned a bullet out before, but it's still.
And you didn't pass out, see?
Oh no, I stopped. Of course, I don't just leave it there. So it just.
So what exactly is it that you're experiencing? Because if you're stopping, then you're not getting.
So the other thing,
not having an actual real climax.
I have a climax.
How do you even stop it once it's in motion? Because after a certain point, it's kind of like it's going to happen. It's happening.
Let me tell you, this is why I don't like masturbation. Okay, keep it 100. This is why I don't like masturbation. I feel like
that's a whole category of behaviors.
Let me just tell you, just listen. This is for real. I feel like when you're self-pleasuring and it's just one-off. Here's why I don't like toys, because as soon as I start to feel good, I let loose of my hand because I want to relax. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm the one doing myself. So I can't just stop and then relax in it. Makes no sense, but it makes sense to me.
They have toys that move that are motorized.
Say what?
They have toys that move that are motorized.
Well, I never have one of them.
I'm just saying. So I mean,
you ain't got to do nothing.
And I am self-pleasuring, which is why I don't need no toys, because if I have to, in the middle of it, as soon as I'm starting to get there, and my body relaxed, then I let it go.
Good.
No, not me go. I just let the toy go because I'm just like, holy shit. And
well, that's why you get one that's either big enough. So if you could just leave it there, and I'm not talking about insert toys, because I'm not the biggest fan of penetrative type sex toys. Yeah. I like clitoral type of stimulation, and personal massagers personally are my favorite. And so they have different ones. Now, if you want the penetration, they have ones that move on their own.
Yeah, that feels weird. No, thank you. I got a man.
Well, only like the vibrate type thing. Oh, I'm gonna get it. Oh no.
First of all, we done went from the boardroom to the.
I know. Ain't no children on here. This is not for the children. Whoever's watching, put their headphones on, take them out the room.
First of all, it says happy hour. I don't know where. Okay, what do we got here?
I don't know.
So, if you don't know, I am a bedroom candy consultant. I am a sex therapist, but I moonlight as a pleasure product provider. Ooh, PPP. All right. So we have this, right? So take a look at this. This is known as tidal wave, okay?
Well, what's that little piece down there?
Did you say that little piece down there?
What's that?
Oh, yeah. This is so you insert this way, and this stimulates the clitoris.
Girl, okay.
All of that goes inside?
Mm-hmm.
Dana, why are you looking like that?
Because
you see the balls moving? So it massages, when you insert it, it massages the G-spot area.
Oh.
Well, damn.
So technically, let's just be honest, you don't have to be holding anything. And I don't know if you all can see this. Let me see if I can find something so you can see it moving. You might not be able to see it, but this is vibrating. The whole thing is vibrating, and this is moving. And this feels very nice, even on the finger. You can see.
Yo, we really do got dildos sitting here on the damn podcast.
Massaging. So this is what I'm saying, right? I don't necessarily have to hold this in place because the vaginal wall is going to encase it, and it's going to be like this. So your hands can be free. So if you let loose, it ain't going to drop nowhere. It's going to be stuck. And all of the areas that need to be stimulated will be stimulated. So yes, ladies, gentlemen, if you are interested in the tidal wave, I have that available. Just, go to the chat, let me know. I can drop a link and you can purchase this product.
Do they come in any other colors?
So we have different toys that come in different colors. We have our royal line that comes in purple.
Sonny said, what did I come in? So to Sonny, we are talking about just your mind constantly never shutting down, and the conversation so happened to rise about if my mind shuts down during intimacy, and
she thinks she's gonna fall out. She's gonna pass out.
I just don't allow my mind to go, my body to just completely go there because I don't want to pass out. But that's only during oral, and actually it's not just during oral. It's even if during clitoral stimulation. Let go of it. I will rip your hand off.
Not to rip your hand off.
Like, no, I don't. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
that's when it happens. It's when it's like I start to feel hazy, and then I see blur, and I'm like, no, I don't want, and maybe I'll go blind. I never know.
Let's go to the light.
I'm just saying, maybe I'll go blind.
And me feeling lightheaded means that I might go blind.
You won't.
You don't know that.
I do.
Well, just try it one time.
I already can't see hard.
Maybe you'll just have hysterical blindness for like a couple seconds.
What?
And then you'll come back.
And now what? What is it called?
I just called it hysterical blindness.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You're not going to go blind, Pam.
Anyhow,
I think that what you're experiencing is just extreme pleasure. Well, have you ever really had an orgasm before?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive. But there's levels to it. There are some that, yeah, I can get there. I'm good. But I don't need that whole pass out. No.
Who be passing out?
I don't know. But she keeps saying it. I haven't passed out.
I ain't never passed that.
Has anybody passed out in the
I don't know about
Type it on the line. Type it on the line if y'all out there passing out, because I don't know. I mean, is this a thing? Are y'all passing out? Type it on the line. Because, and if so, please tell me what happened. See, love? I'm going to go grab my husband and tell him that clearly he ain't doing something right, because I'm not in here passing out.
You know what? This I cannot. Anyways,
you're not going to pass out, Pam.
Anyways, I think that I've gone. Look, it doesn't stop somebody from, because to me there are varying levels of climaxing. I just don't need a hard one that when I start feeling lightheaded. As it's happening, I'm like, oh, nope, starting to pass out. And I'm not even starting to pass out. I'm starting to get lightheaded. And to me, a lightheaded equates with, I fainted one time before. Not during that, but I literally I fainted before.
Oh, well, that's a trauma response.
And so I don't.
So you're fearful.
The feeling of fainting, that when I was feeling lightheaded, and all of a sudden I just was waking up. I was in the hospital.
Yeah, that's a trauma response.
I fell down steps.
Yep.
So I think that the lightheadedness is just extreme pleasure.
No, but you got to think about it this way. If she has a trauma response to the fear or avoidance of wanting to pass out,
yeah,
the past experience of fainting is going to be associated with this. I don't want that to happen, thus I'm going to stop this.
But I was in my 20s and it
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when it is. Do you know we still have some responses from in utero?
I don't know if I was passing out in utero.
I'm not saying, but some people can, right? And so, you know, it could have been something traumatic, and I don't know why I respond the way that I do right now.
Keep my pass out though.
Oh Lord, Mama Pam.
Oh my gosh.
I said
Would you like to get a tidal wave?
Who? My mama? Lord have mercy. My mama out here buying tidal waves. What in the world? I'm telling this is.
I'm interested. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
You said you didn't want
to take that thing and throw it in the trash, but
no, he won't. No.
He don't like stuff like that. He don't
we got to talk about the mindset, the thought process. I mean, it's not right or wrong, to each his own, but figure out what's the aversion to having extra. It's almost like the sprinkles on top of the ice cream. The sprinkles don't replace the ice cream. It just enhances and makes it a little bit more prettier.
Well, I'll tell you something. That rose.
You are on this rose.
I love that thing, but I had to put myself on restriction because no, I'm better now. When I first got it years ago,
I'm better.
It was addictive. It really was, and it lessened my desire to have sex. Because it was quick, it was great, and I was good. And he was like, look, I don't know what you got going on with this thing. And I was, forthcoming with my husband, like, hey, look what I got. And he was looking at me like, no.
Well, if you do it too much, can you lose sensation?
I haven't.
You won't.
Just saying.
So some people say, the fear, some people say that, but you won't. So this is the thing, right? So if I'm used to doing manual stimulation and it takes me 10 minutes to get me there, and then I get this device that takes a minute to get me there, I haven't lost the sensation because my norm has always been, if it was manual, it took 10 minutes. But because I have this thing now that now takes 1 minute, I'm comparing my historical 10 minutes to this 1 minute. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's taking too long. Well, have you got to the 10-minute threshold, you doing it manually, that it used to get you to? And I think people conflate these two ideas that, it desensitized me because it's taking me a long time to get there. Well, the method is different. Of course, it's going to take you them same 10 minutes if you're doing it manually the way that it used to, because you don't have this device or machine getting you there in 1 minute. And so there has to be a lot of education around some of the fears that people have around utilizing sex toys and things like that.
It don't take me 10 minutes. It don't even take me 5 to
10 minutes either. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe 1-2 minutes.
Well, I'm just being in general. It takes people different times, but some people, they use pillows. Some people use their hands. Some people use digital
pillow.
Tap, back it up.
Yeah, how you do that?
They rub on the pillow. They hump a pillow. So this is what I'm saying. When I say manual, I'm talking about non-sex toy involvement. I'm talking about hands. I'm talking about pillows. I'm talking about manual, doing it yourself.
A sex pillow?
Huh?
A sex pillow or like
Not
a regular
pillow? Just a regular pillow. A pillow. They rub their genitals against a pillow. Yeah, they're hunching the pillow. Essentially, that's what it is. Yeah, dry humping.
Okay. Not yucking nobody's. I'm not yucking.
Like that.
We call it. I'm not yucking nobody's yam.
Yucking anybody's yum.
Oh, yum.
Yeah,
I said yam.
I know you said yam.
I'm not yucking anybody's yam, whatever.
It was so funny. Me and D was talking about something, and he said that I about fell out. I was like, "Oh my god!" No, yucky. I think I can't remember what we were talking about. He was like, "Well, I don't want to yuck anybody's yum." Chronicles of a Sex Therapist.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Speaking of husbands, we was talking about this before the podcast came on, because right now I feel like a dingy ass friend. Let me tell you. Let me tell you why. So on the last podcast, we was talking about, the whole, when we all went on vacation and how nice it was and the bonds that was made and all of this other stuff. And hands down, all the women in that group, I have relationships with. I think everybody else was kind of meeting other people. And most of the men were just meeting, all the husband was just meeting all of one another pretty much with us. Yeah. Except for Sandell and D. Well, no, because D had knew Jay because they met last year. But still, for 8 husbands to all get together, form this group where they're all chatting apparently all the time. I'm telling you, we're all
and talking on the phone.
And talking on the phone, and all of the women are in a single chat. And my God, getting a response back is like pulling teeth. We hardly speak, we hardly chat. I'm just like, I feel like a dingy ass friend that these men over here out doing.
Not a dingy friend.
Nice women, like in communication, because me and Jay, we talk, but I mean, goddamn, him. Every time I ask him, he's like, I already know. I talked to D, I talked to Mario, and actually, he don't even call Mario. They call, I talked to Rio. I'm like, who the hell is Rio?
Right.
The hell? Like, who is Rio? He said, it's Mario. We call him Rio in the group. Like,
yeah,
they got nicknames for each other. I'm like, and here we are, 8 brides in a group. We got a snazzy name, but we don't chat.
No, we don't.
We really don't.
And we learn stuff through our husbands.
Yes, we do. Everything. Because they texted me about stuff because the husbands are having conversations. I was like, what? And they have the audacity to be having a meeting tonight. I'm like
8:15.
What? How they having meetings?
Yeah, I was invited to the meeting. Okay, he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have a meeting tonight." I'm like, "Oh,
yeah." He told me, "So what time your podcast done?" I said 8. What you doing after that? I said nothing. Oh, we having a meeting. Oh, can we do 8:15? Because sometimes we be on a little bit longer. So can we just to be safe? Okay.
Well, see, I mean, Tasani, it's his nickname. Let me tell you something. I have known Tasani and Mario since before they got married. So this is like, they've already been married almost 11 years now. Okay. He's always been Mario as long as I've known him. Tasani, I've never even heard you call your own husband Rio. It's for the house.
Oh,
okay. Well, he brought it out the house because all the men called him Rio.
He said he brought it out the house.
He brought it out the house. So
yeah, Sibo said that one time. He was outside talking. It was like 10 something at night. I'm like, who you out here talking to? Rio. I said, who is Rio? who is Rio? He was like, Mario. Okay. Sorry.
I'm just saying. So I'm telling you, I feel like because I don't know are the men not as busy as women? I'm trying to figure out what can we do to change this dynamic.
Throw that out there, honey.
Because I'm just saying, look here, I'm a dingy friend amongst a whole bunch of dingy ass friends because none of us talk like the men do. No. I find out shit, not even from Jay. I find out from y'all that stuff is going on. The only thing that if I'm asking specifically about something, he'll be like, "Oh, I already know because I talked to Sibo already." I'm like, "What?"
Yep. Just like when Sibo had surgery, I said, Sibo had surgery. I already know. We already done. Yeah. Well, okay. Never mind then. Never mind.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, women, we got it. She said, I don't, it's for his friends. No, the meeting is for the house. Oh, yeah. Well, we know what the meeting is for.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm just like, they
setting it up.
Yeah.
But they have taken the reins, taken the bull by the reins on this one. And
proactive.
We just invited.
I'm proud to see the men proactive in the planning. And then come to find out, and my Sibo don't watch the show, so it don't really make no difference. Come to find out, me and Diana, when we was talking about Sibo's 50th birthday.
He might tap in. No.
Okay. No, but I'm just saying. But here's the thing: we were talking about it.
Yeah.
You're coming to find out.
Oh yeah.
He talking to D about going to Vegas.
Yeah. D coming from ask Sibo about Vegas.
I
said
mean,
Diana.
apparently my little plan probably it seems like it's getting ready to be out the window and Vegas is going to take over, but I'm cool with that. You know, I'm cool. If we go on to Vegas, then we go on to Vegas. Let's ride out.
But we
You know,
just
I'm
found
just
out
letting y'all
right
know
before.
early that he gonna be asleep. I'm gonna be partying for him. Okay, I'm a party for his 50th birthday. I'm gonna take the rank. I'm a party for him. Sebo going to sleep.
Okay, well, not amongst this group who apparently are extremely active.
No, he
They
going
are,
to sleep.
they are. I mean, he might shock you because I mean, I don't know about you, but this whole group thing is shocking me with all the constant conversation that is taking place where they've been pulling the reins on planning so much so that normally I plan a lot of stuff. I'm finding out stuff late. I'm finding out through y'all husbands. I'm like, what in the world is going on?
I don't know. I'm just.
So I'm gonna need my dingy ass friends who I'm in this group with, these spouses who we got such a cute name. You know, we are the what is it?
What are we again?
Black Wives Travel Tribe.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, see, yeah. BWTT.
Yeah, but we are some dingy wives because we don't communicate. We don't really talk. We don't really do nothing. We post stuff. I done posted polls in there. I ain't hear back from not a damn soul.
I'm sorry. I thought I did.
All inclusive. You know, that's my number one.
I said it verbally to you.
I know that, but I'm saying, but originally there was voting stuff before we had a conversation about.
Oh, I voted. I always put my vote.
And so I did the one.
Nobody. I need to just go back in the group and see. That's why I said I'm a dingy friend. I need to go back in and just say, hey, you know, we decided to go. Don't worry about voting no more because your ass ain't vote anyway. And we are just going to do the all inclusive. So book your own shit. Here's the hotel.
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah, we can do that.
So now, I'm
go on my price line, get my bundle with my flights and everything.
Yep, these men got me feeling some kind of way over my little dingy friends that I got up in this chat with me.
Why we gotta be dingy though?
Because we all dingy. We are all dingy. We all dingy because we ain't really.
Let's just say busy friends.
No, we dingy friends.
I just want to say busy because really that's what it is. Busy and maybe it's slightly a little exhausted.
Well, none of the men are busy that they can just chat all the time and keep
up. I think all of them work from home or do something or don't be doing that now. Whatever. I don't know. They
go to Sonny. Yes, you are extremely responsive. You are.
She is. Yes, she is.
She's good.
Safe travels if you're leaving tomorrow. Yeah, but you know what? Because we're at the top of the hour. I'm looking. These are two of my little dingy wives that's in the group with me. So. I'm just saying.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me either.
Yep, you look. I'm gonna call out Villian too. You know, really responsible. Who else? Well, Tasani's responsible, but she a dingy. Well, no, because me and Tasani just went out the other day, so I can't even say Tasani because me and her we keep up. Even though Tasani, you need to be getting the. I don't really hear nothing of what's going on in this chat group from you. I got to find out from these two who barely informed.
Yeah,
we got to get the information from my husband.
Tanya, Dominique, Ashley. Who else is in this damn dingy group here with me? I think that's it. And then y'all.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It's 8 of us. Eight of us dingy ass brides up in this group who really don't even speak or say much.
Well, even when people do drop stuff in there, don't nobody respond anyway.
Exactly. We some dingy friends. Yeah, other than Tasani. That's why I said I'm my little dingy friend group.
Well, let me say this. You know, I know you send us things every morning. Once a month, you might get a response from me. I think I responded yesterday or today. One of them days I responded.
It was today.
It was today. Okay,
it's necessary.
See, I just respond with
But that's not fair because Pam will give you a go pass. But let me not respond.
Because I already told her from the beginning.
Days in a row.
No. She already knows.
But I'm talking to your ass all the time, Diana. So you ain't really you're not included in that. I just said in our chat group, we some dingy ass friends. That's all I said. I said
everybody knows.
Not outside the chat. I'm talking in the chat. You know, we all some little dingy ass friends because the men are outdoing us women.
Yeah, real bad.
I know.
Bad. And how we looking bad?
But the men are the head of the household. So if they want to do the planning, then I feel like we should afford them that right and let them do what they do.
And the time is almost. We at the top of the hour.
Oh yeah.
Dang! Already it's 8 o'clock. That was good.
Yeah, we're at the top of the hour, and so Cortina, where can people find you at?
Oh, the girlfriend therapist. Also, Pam, can you put the link, because it won't let me post it? I put it in the private chat. Can you put it in the people chat so that they can see if they want to go purchase some sex toys and some pleasure products? And we have more than that. We also have a makeup line. If you just hit the link, then you go to shop, you will be able to purchase all of the products that you would like to be able to purchase. Anyway, you can find me at The Girlfriend Therapist on all social media platforms. You can also find me at the Noir Center, NOIR Center, on Instagram and Facebook. And you can find me at the Girlfriend Therapist.
Yes, you did.
The Noir Center. There we go. That's it. Yeah. Oh, Sex Unveiled. SEXD Unveiled. Yes.
Okay. And Diana, where can everybody find you at?
You can find me at Diana Richardson Philippus on all social media platforms and at EWE Inspires. That is Empowered Women Empower Inspires.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at IAMDRPGURLEY. I am Dr. P. Gurley, and that is everywhere. You can also follow my Brown Girl and Brown Boy series and the BGBB Literacy Foundation pages. Ladies, it's been so real. This has been so interesting. So I'm gonna, we're gonna do better. Me and my little dusty friends, we're gonna come back and we're gonna have some highlights for us that we better. But we'll see y'all next Wednesday, same time, same place. Love y'all.
Bye.
This is